Every driver who's been out here more than a year carries the same mental map. The blocks you don't shut down on, the exits you fuel before you reach, the service roads where you check your lights with the doors locked. Most of those warnings came from another driver who learned it at 2 in the morning. These are 10 pages from that map. 10 specific danger zones, from bad to worst. Not whole cities, blocks, highway junctions, the actual ground. Anybody can read big city names. That's the lazy version. We went one level deeper. Proof comes from cargo theft trackers, Overhaul and CargoNet, and from FBI court charges. Some places cleaned up, others have fresh warnings. Knowing which saves your load, your tow bill, and your night's sleep. And at number 1, a load of baby formula stolen from one state ended up on grocery shelves in another, with paperwork so good that nobody caught it until the cans were already sold. Let's get into it. Number 10. Fulton Industrial Boulevard, Atlanta, Georgia. For a generation, the first warning about Georgia was 3 words: Fulton Industrial Boulevard. 12 miles, 1,000 businesses, and for years, one of the metro area's highest crime rates. Drivers passed the word, "Do not shut down here." Then the Community Improvement District got serious. Gil Prado, the executive director, will tell you the numbers. An 81% drop in crime, 34 license plate readers, 6,300 patrol hours. Today, those cameras watch a stretch that 10 years ago would have made you a target in minutes. But I want to be fair to drivers who still will not stop. A road can change faster than a reputation does. Fulton Industrial is proof a road can turn around, and proof that it takes drivers a long time to trust that change. Number 9. Hutchins, Texas. The Dowdy Ferry Road area near I-20. Overhaul's 2025 third quarter report, covering July to September, called the Fort Worth-Dallas Corridor. Truck stops along I-20 near Hutchins, an especially high-risk cluster. What makes it dangerous is what it sits next to, the Union Pacific Dallas Rail Yard, pulling in freight from everywhere. On November 1st, 2025, Dallas PD walked into a repair shop on University Hills Boulevard. They found 600 aluminum rims, 795 tires, and a stolen trailer, $1 million in cargo, hidden away like store stock. The thieves know where the freight pools, and they have a place ready before the trailer is even open. When the theft tracking report names your stretch of I-20, you get fuel somewhere else. Number 8, the Inland Empire, California. The Ontario Warehouse Triangle, a cluster of large storage buildings. 35% of all cargo theft cases in the country happen in California. And the IE is where the most cargo theft cases are filed. On February 25th, 2026, the California Highway Patrol's Cargo Theft Interdiction Program opened a bay door in Ontario. Inside, they found $1.6 million in stolen cargo from different thefts, all stacked in one neat pile. The method is often inside help. A guard unlocks a gate, a trailer backs in, and by morning the paperwork says nothing happened. The load you're hauling into the IE might be parking next to another driver's stolen one. So far, we have seen a cleaned-up reputation, a live hot zone with $1 million repair shop, and a hidden storage warehouse. Now we are heading into the traps themselves. Which do you trust less out there? The quiet lot with one guard who has no weapon, or the busy yard where nobody checks your paperwork twice? Drop your answer in the comments. That is how I will know who actually made it this deep. And while you are thinking, hit subscribe. My safety department thinks my subscriber count is what keeps my accident record clean. Number 7, West Memphis, Arkansas. The I-40 and I-55 truck stop service roads. This is one of the country's great freight bottlenecks, where trucks bunch up, and the method here is called shopping. A crew in a truck cab with no trailer rolls through a crowded lot. One man checks seals. If a load looks high value, he breaks the seal enough to look inside. If it is worth taking, the crew moves in. If not, he goes to the next trailer. The security firm FreightWatch International found more than 40 thefts on these roads in early February 2015 alone, with shopping as the main method. A cut seal at that highway junction is not just a warning. It means time is running out until the load is gone. Number 6, Gary, Indiana. The I-65, I-80, I-94 truck stops. A cut seal is one kind of bad night. The other is when the whole trailer disappears. In 2013, a trailer loaded with nearly $12 million in LG cell phones was stolen from a truck stop here. The FBI investigation led to a dozen people found guilty, tied to a criminal ring that moved over $30 million in confirmed theft. Agents guessed totals more than $100 million. The danger in Gary is not one local thief. It is a network that moves goods worth hundreds of millions of dollars into a black market. A routine fuel stop can put your load right in the middle of it. Number 5, Bakersfield and Delano, California. The Central Valley Packing Sheds. Gary is about raw force. This is about a trick. A fake pickup. A crew creates false paperwork, sends a real truck and driver to a packing shed, and picks up a real load. The actual driver shows up the next morning to an empty dock. The Fresno County Agricultural Task Force worked a case where a man pretended to be a buyer from Levy Restaurants and stole $150,000 in walnuts and $100,000 in oranges. In the Central Valley, the most dangerous thief is the one you have never seen. That is 5 down. From a cleaned-up road to fake pickups in the Central Valley, and the next ones are even more dangerous. Number 4, Laredo, Texas. The World Trade Bridge and Mines Road Ring. Down here they steal the whole rig, truck and all, and it is across the border before most drivers hit the sleeper. On October 23, 2025, police arrested Gerardo Velasquez for stealing a tractor-trailer worth nearly $89,000 from a yard on San Gabriel Drive. They caught him because he left a Red Bull can in the cab with his fingerprints on it. Security video showed 2 men crossing the yard near midnight and taking the rig. The tractor's own GPS led police to it across town, and the Red Bull can he left in the cab is what ended his run. In Laredo, the yard you pick is the whole game. Number 3, Newark and Elizabeth, New Jersey. The port streets. Here they want the whole container. Port Newark Elizabeth is one of the world's largest container terminals, and the short-haul truck traffic jam forces drivers to drop loaded container trailers on public streets like Corbin Street, sometimes overnight. In 90 seconds, a small truck that moves containers around a yard hooks the container and joins the flow of port traffic. Homeland Security Investigations, a federal agency that investigates cargo theft, charged a ring for $1.5 million in cargo theft this way. In 2026, authorities broke up a 63-person ring moving fancy cars, feeding stolen vehicles into containers for export. A container trailer left on a Newark street for a 10-hour break is a load with no guard already on its way to Ghana. Number 2, the I-78 corridor, Eastern Pennsylvania. Crumsville, the I-81 split. The I-78 and I-81 corridors are a freight gateway for the Northeast, and they badly need overnight truck parking. Drivers hit their legal driving limit and pull onto a shoulder or a backlot. CargoNet's data shows a 24% jump in thefts. The national average value of a single cargo theft is nearly $274,000. On October 30th, 2025, a 6-person ring stole from a trailer belonging to the logistics company Giadis and made off with $320,000 in Apple iPads. Picture a crowded rest area near Crumsville in the cold. Engine smoke rises from trucks. A 4-door car rolls slowly past. Lights off. A passenger films trailers full of goods while drivers sleep behind the wheel. The shoulder you are forced to take becomes like a store window where thieves can shop for loads, and the only thing between your load and a crew is a plastic seal. Number 1, Medley, Florida. The Miami-Dade Warehouse Grid. Everything we have covered, organized rings, fake paperwork, selling stolen goods, high-value loads, all of it leads here. This is the market. The FBI and federal prosecutors charged a ring that focused on medical products meant for store shelves. They stole loads in Texas and Mississippi, then shipped goods to storage in Miami-Dade and sold them through local small shops, including Tadeo Supermarket, with fake paperwork. 44 pallets of Similac baby formula from Fort Worth, over 18,000 cases of Mucinex from Richland, Mississippi, $2.2 million in Mucinex, $550,000 in Similac, on grocery store shelves right next to real cans. 11 people charged, sentences up to 60 months. A pallet of Similac stolen in Texas, sold in Florida after a trail of fake paperwork crossed 3 states. Medley is the reason the load in Mississippi was worth stealing in the first place. Every one of these places becomes dangerous in the same way. The freight piles up, safe parking does not, and a driver's clock makes the choice. The thieves know the map as well as you do, where you have to stop, where you cannot see your trailer, where the police response is slow. They do not take chances. They do simple math. The men and women who run these roads every night deserve more credit than they get, carrying the country's medicine and food through places built to take it from them. If you could warn a rookie about one exit on this map, one specific block where they should never, ever shut down, what is it? Drop the street and the city in the comments. We read every single one, and the best warnings become the next video. And if you made it this far, you know what to do. Hit that subscribe button. My dispatch thinks my subscriber count is what keeps my loads straight. Until next time, keep the rubber side down and the shiny side up.